All right, now I'm talking with Claire. Sorry, I didn't get your last name, Claire.
Blennerhassett?
Blennerhassett. Yes. And you are an actress?
I am, yeah.
And tell us about the film that you're in that's showing here.
Yeah, Urban Traffik, so directed by Jason Figgis, and it's a kind of a gritty sort of gangland crime thriller, and I suppose it's kind of set around the sex trafficking industry and that kind of thing, so it's not exactly the brightest material, but I think it's kind of a relevant area at the moment because it's such a prevalent kind of thing in, just kind of in society at the moment, sort of gangland culture and that kind of thing. So, it was interesting to get involved, and to be involved with bringing something like that to screen to kind of try and represent that. Because you have a lot of kind of more the drugs kind of related sort of things, but I haven't really seen anything before that kind of like dealt in any small way with kind of sex trafficking. So it was...
I didn't realize sex trafficking was an issue in Ireland.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's not really spoken about as such a kind of huge issue, but it is definitely there going on in the background. And our director, Jason Figgis, he did a lot of research into it and that kind of thing. And it's grim kind of stuff and disturbing kind of stuff as well.
And then what was your role in it?
My character is Annie. She's sort of the sister to the guy who's kind of going around getting the girls for the company. So she's living at home with as a caretaker for her father, who's disabled, who was previously an abusive father, an alcoholic, wasn't very nice to the mother or the daughters, that kind of thing. So it's kind of navigating her journey now on the other end of things, and she becomes involved with the kind of gangland boss and doesn't quite realise she thinks he's just a businessman, and she kind of becomes embroiled a little bit into it, and there's a lot of broken trust and retribution and that kind of thing. So it's heavy going, yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what Jason's planning to do with the film after this festival, other festivals, or what the plan is with it?
Yeah, well, it was our premiere today here, so we're quite late in the year for other Irish festivals, so it's going to be a bigger push next year, I think. But just a couple of days ago, we got word from MVD in the States that they're taking it on for distribution on VOD and DVD from February. So, yeah.
How long is it then?
It's 82 minutes.
So equivalent of a feature then. Yep. That's great. And what kind of reception did you get here?
It was really good, actually. It was very nice, and nice to have the conversations with people afterwards, and nice to kind of engage about that. And in particular, some of the female audience members were a little bit shaky afterwards. Kind of the whole idea of a girl going around on her own just so easily, kind of plucked from the streets kind of thing, so that it kind of had quite a visceral effect on some people, so yeah, I mean, it's not that we want to freak people out with it, but it's just to kind of represent a story, I suppose. So it was a good reaction overall.
That's great. And then, what have you seen here? Have you watched any other films here?
I have. I was at Maurice O'Carroll's Dead Along the Way, the opening film on Friday night, which I thought was a fantastic film. And it's amazing what you can do with little or no budget, and just the production values of the film were just incredible, and a fantastic tight-knit cast, and just it was a really seamless film. And I've been in at a lot of the short programs, and there's been a great variety actually across the genres of different films and that sort of thing. I've been in at In View this afternoon, which was a really, really solid film as well. Again, kind of quite a dark film, and but again, really, really well realised, and it's incredible the work that Dave Byrne is doing here with this festival, and he's kind of the unsung hero of Irish film in a way, because everybody comes through the underground cinema at some stage in their career, I think, really, and it's a credit to Dave, and it's like a fantastic thing for developing filmmakers,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We talked to him earlier, and it was amazing to hear, because he has this annual festival. He's got like a monthly thing that he's doing, and then he did the film. So it's the guy must have an amazing amount of energy.
I think he must have. I think he's like a Trojan workaholic kind of guy. He's just fantastic, and his energy is great around it. Himself and Karen there, they just do absolutely amazing work, So we were really delighted to premiere at this festival and to be included in that. So yeah.
That's great. Okay, where can people see you next?
Oh, yeah. I will shortly have a film coming out. It's the short for Dyslexia Ireland. I don't have the details yet. It's in post, so that's the latest. And then there are another couple of projects that I'm kind of working on at the moment that are coming through.
So we've got the trafficking, dyslexia, a lot of very happy subjects.
Well, an old rom-com wouldn't go straight to change it up a bit. But I like a meaty role, and I like to get really involved in something, and I like a film that says something or is trying to deal with things and raise awareness, I think there's a lot of popcorn films out there, and it mightn't be everybody's choice to see something weighty, but I think it's very important from a societal point of view that the arts, be it film, visual arts, whatever, that it holds up a mirror to society in a way, that it's reflecting back at us, because as a society, if you don't look, you can't change anything. You can't begin the conversations to change. So I think it's very important that films are made about challenging material,
Yeah, absolutely. And what's nice about festivals like this and indie films and low budget films is that's where I think a lot of that voice is heard in those more serious type of films versus the big budget action flicks and that kind of stuff that Hollywood pushes out. So it's nice that people care about that kind of stuff and actually take the time to put it out in this kind of a format. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm a huge fan in general of kind of science fiction and fantasy, and I love my action films, but I'm kind of getting a bit tired of it at the moment because it's wall to wall and it's just the same kind of thing over and over again. And yeah, they can look sleek and whatever, but it's so much effects, there's so much CGI, and there's nothing raw about it anymore. And everything is polished to the nth degree and overdone. And I was saying to somebody, we were watching The Blues Brothers the other night, yeah, it's a great film, right? And it's kind of like films were much more raw back then, and much more gritty and real, and like it's oozing with atmosphere, whereas I kind of feel everything's just kind of a wash of blasé nearly now, in action genre, like that kind of thing, So yeah, I think maybe we need a little bit more of that raw kind of unpolished sort of thing coming through.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us, and I know you've got a film to go watch, so we'll let you go.
Thank you, Milo. It was lovely to chat to you. Yeah, thank you.